Omo, is happening, oh, it's happening, it's happening. Since Trump emerged as the president-elect of the United States of America, believe me, every of his appointment have been people that have known about the movement. Remember last week, he just appointed a very, very strong committee member. That's Attorney General of the United States of America. This particular Attorney General of the United States of America was working in hand to hand with this Biafran finance minister. They were working in hand to hand with this Biafran finance minister. Check back our previous post last week. Then you see where we explain this whole thing to the people of the Biafrans. Because with Trump emerging as the president, believe me, we the Biafrans have hope. Number one, Trump is a bona fide Christian. He believes in the Christian movement. He hates Islam. Trump hates Islam. He hates Islam movement. And you know that Nigerian government is already an Islamic government. Nigeria as a country is an Islamic state. And you can see the number of terrorist groups that have been emerging from the north. There are close to 8 terrorist groups now in the north. Before the end of this Tinubu regime, it will reach 20. So this is a point whereby the United States of America need to come and rescue us from the zoo. Or else they have their own personal agenda. But our own saying, why we are jubilating, why we are happy today is that people that Trump is appointing are people that know about the movement. These are people that know about our agitation. They have read the magazine. They have read books about the Biafra movement. So Biafra liberation is not a new thing to them. Biafra liberation. So that is it. Now look at what Simon Ekpa posted this morning. Biafra Liberation Government have just appointed a very, very strong Iroko. Just relax. We'll be exposing a lot in this broadcast. Now, let me read what he said. He said, breaking. In preparation for the declaration of the restoration of the independent United States of Biafra, they proceed for recognition. Remember, everything we are doing, we are not going to conversant war with the Nigerian government. We are not trying to bring in war or trying to repeat what happened in the Nigerian war that killed over 3 million people. That is not what we are after. What we are after now is to secure our land. What we are after now is to secure our land from these terrorist states. What we are after now is to secure our borders. Secure our innocent brothers and innocent sisters. Our innocent parents from the invasion of the Nigerian terrorists. Because the Nigerian military have done more harm than good in Southeast. If you can go to various areas in Southeast, these people, they enter villages, they destroy home villages. They make Southeast unbearable for Igbos. They are the ones causing the insecurities in Southeast. They are the bona fide cause of insecurities in Southeast. So they are working in hand to hand with these state governors, with these politicians, to cause more harm to Southeast, to destroy the people. That is what they are doing. That is what they are doing. So we are not going to genocide war with the Nigerian government. We will fight the Nigerian government from different angles. We will bring the restoration of Biafra from the diaspora. Because the Biafrans in diaspora now have ID card. Biafrans in diaspora now have different offices in different countries all over the world. So it's from that agitation, it's from that exposure, and it's from those conventions that the Nigerian government will agree to come on a round table with us and will deliberate on our referendum. Because over 50 million Biafrans have voted for our referendum. And come 2nd of December, this is when the whole world will realize what we're talking about. So Simon Ekpa is doing a very, very great job. Now let me continue. So he said, the pursuit for recognition. The Biafran government is proud to announce to the Biafran people that we have added Ahmed Dubiri. Ahmed Dubiri, a very, very strong congressman in the United States of America. Very, very staunch. Very, very staunch man. A great Iroko. He called him a very, very big Iroko in our international legal term. So this man now has been added to our international legal term. He is very, very well recognized. Even Trump knows this particular man I'm talking about. He's a very, very strong legal man that will help the Biafrans in the diaspora. No, everything we are doing this time around is very, very strategical. We are trying to play the Nigerian government a double-side game. Because they were thinking about we are coming for war. or they'll be thinking about what is happening in Southeast. But we are bringing this movement, we are bringing this restoration from the Biafrans in diaspora. So the Biafrans in diaspora already have a government. They already have finance minister. So when the United States or any other people that called us for this referendum, when the UN and some of the world nations called us for this call us for this referendum, we will have a lot to present to them. We will tell them about the government we have already. We have ID card. We have so many offices in different countries. We have a finance minister. We have prime minister. We have so many things. So we already have a government in diaspora. So all these things will be explained shortly. So just relax and listen to all we are saying in this broadcast. Now he said, Arman will focus on advising the Biafran government on US recognition, while other international lawyers will continue their work in the various assignments. Remember, this man's work is to help us get recognition in the United States. We have other lawyers that are working in different countries. So this particular man's job is to help us to get recognition in the United States of America. That is this man's job. Now he said, you can go and Google the man. If you are doubting what we are talking about, if you are doubting about our liberation, if you are doubting about our legal team, if you are doubting about everything we have been doing, you can go and Google about this particular man I'm talking about. He's a great miracle in terms of world legal terms. Do you understand? You can go and Google him. Biafrans know the caliber of what people they are working with. Freedom under the Biafran government. This is what Simon Ekpa shared this morning. This is a great news for us, the Biafrans, because this is what he just shared this morning. Now, let's continue. There is a secret voice note I'll be playing to you now of what Simon Ekpa said earlier before this restoration came. Because he made this procurement in a very long time. So relax and listen to this audio I'm about to play now.
My question is more, is it that you've not gotten the 50 people, or they didn't donate, or that promise? Did you donate? Then you went ahead to also talk about a match between Biafra and Ambazonia that would happen soon. And it's been about 2 or 3 years and we haven't seen it yet also. So, I mean, clearly, if we follow this, it means that you've really not been keeping the promises that you've been talking about. And then going on to this war of attrition. Can I address it before you make me? No, let me finish. When I finish, then you have all the time to address me. Then this war of attrition that you're talking about.
All right, Dr. Damage, let me address him. First of all, he talked about Ambazonia and the Biafra match, and I will put it to him that which one is more, more recognized thing between Biafra and Ambazonia, when we have what we call Biafra and Ambazonia Helsinki Declaration in 2023 here in Finland, in Helsinki. Ambazonia and Biafra went into official signing of alliance, and it happened in Finland, and it is called Biafra Ambazonia Helsinki Declaration 2023. So is it football that we did not play because of one reason or the other that is going to be more, that is going to discredit what I'm doing? And then also he talked about what is the other thing he said that did not happen. What is it again? Can someone remind me? Because that's why I want them to put these questions one after the other.
Yeah, I think he was talking about I don't know, coin, or I'm not sure. I was trying to control.
See, that is the point. That is the point, because I want to address that as well. Yeah. But anyway, so the point is that every promise I have made, I have all fulfilled all of them, and even better.
I remember now. He talked about the money, that 10,000.
Okay. So I wanted to ask him a question. If he actually paid 10,000 to me, because that is only when he will have the legitimacy to ask and inquire about what I did with his 10,000. But if he did not pay me 10,000, I will not answer that because it is irrelevant.
Those who are in the studio, if you want to just find one question, one of the best question you have, so that we don't have to remove you. Divine Ebube, you honest?
I think he was talking about.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Simon Eba Mazi. At the first time when all this was happening, I was not supporting Biafra, but at the time, I sat down and watched. I see that your work is fine. You are doing a great job. I must commend you for that. And I believe that your work will be done. Biafra will come. I want to use this opportunity to tell you that we need to close every political party secretary in Biafraland. Because I believe in your work, I believe in your action. We need to close every political secretariat in Biafraland to show them that we don't want that their policies, that's their dirty politics, terrorist politics. We don't need it in Biafraland, and that will be okay for us before December 2nd, the declaration of Biafra.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Of course, it is part of the delegitimization of Nigeria that we are doing. So at a point, it is a step-by-step thing. So you think that at this stage where we are now, that election is going to be holding, Nigeria will conduct election in Biafraland. It's not possible. We will give them chance of their life at the end of the day. And there was a question somebody asked about sit at home. Why sit at home is not in other parts of Biafra. It is not only sit at home that is not in other part of Biafra. Also, the armed resistance is not yet open in other part of Biafra for a reason. The reason is one, the resource reason. Two is that we want to start liberating Biafra from a particular place. So, and the place we choose to start liberating Biafra is in the hinterland. So now, if you listen, if you watch what is happening, we have actually almost liberated the Biafra from the hinterland. We have the Biafra government is completely in charge of the hinterland, and that's why the governors are crying. And so, if you follow what Sowore said just recently, you understand that practically Southeast have actually left Nigeria. It's part of this particular.
Can I ask a question? Let me ask only one question. After the declaration of Biafra, what is next? How do you think this will be? Will this lead to war?
No, we are already at war. The only thing you'll be asking is that what kind of war are we fighting? Are you not seeing that there is bombardment in Biafraland? There is a Tokuno jet bombing people, bombing villages. We are already at war. The only thing is that we are defending and resisting them. So it is going to continue like that. After the declaration of Biafra, what we intend to do is to use the documents that we're going to generate from this convention to pursue the diplomatic and political means of the recognition of Biafra as an independent state. And it is going to be everything is going to be working together. As we are pursuing the recognition of Biafra, we are also trying to evict and delegitimize Nigeria within Biafra territory. That's how this freedom is going to come. Thank you.
All right, Victoria, welcome from California.
Thank you. Namokonkwa. What I got to say is about 98% of whoever had come in this, please, my fellow panelists, you know me, I don't follow nothing, but I will hit around and get it. I salute all of you. Other than Kene, nobody has said or asked, what do I do to get this done? Come on. The only thing I'm going to say is this. Take it as a question or anything. I told you, my prime minister, there is no name under the earth that can qualify you. I told you that. So, I'm safe.
Energy burn, and that thing is what I'm here to tell you. Understand? Before the emergence of PM, we know how the zoo, then we know how here has been. We know how the zoo has been. And since the existence of PM, who can testify how the zoo has been, which is of good. I'll use the answers as an example because most of you may not experience answers, but you heard and watch of it. Now, what caused answers? Military and a young boy in a white Hilux, in a white Lexus. Now that caused answers, and during answer protest, which is a civil demonstration, youths were gunned down. You understand? And up to today, justice for them is of nowhere. All these things are happening in the homeland. We know how youths are going down on a daily basis. And now that Prime Minister has emerged, I can tell you this for free, that of this axis is very cool. Of this axis is very cool, not like before anymore. And kudos to him and his team and what he's doing. Kudos to the Biafra Army. I'm going to say that because I am calling direct from the homeland, and I'll tell you that we are feeling it. We know how everything is. We know how bad it is. We know how everything from checkpoint to checkpoint. I will tell you for free, when I and my friend were driving just for nothing, we were, like, should I call it, because that thing is an illegal kidnap. It's an illegal arrest. That thing is something else. We were taken from one ISO to another, to Upo division, where we were collected money for free for something we will not do. For example, that's Nigeria for you. So whatever our Prime Minister is doing, kudos to him and every other Igbo person or every other reasonable person. You can see North, for example. The North has gone. Here where we are, the North are coming out from the North to this side, the young ones. I got the opportunity to interview one of them. I asked what brought you to this side. He said the parents asked him to leave, that the elderly ones are asking the young ones to leave. And I asked him why, and I know why, but I'm asking him to confirm what's going on. It now seems that they are running out. This means that the Boko Haram have taken up the North, and the youth cannot stand it anymore. The older ones are asking them to leave, and truly they are leaving. But we, in our own ground, we are standing firm, and I want to tell each and every of us to support His Excellency now, because now we have the key. I don't know, after saying this now, I don't know how it's going to be, but now we have the key. We have the key now. Support him financially and every support that he needs. Let's push this now for human betterment. Thank you. Kudos.
All right, thank you, Ado. Let's go to Tobias. Please, your question, sir. We are running out of time. He has spent over 2 hours. We agreed on 2 hours. So just go straight to your question. Tobias, you're next.
Yeah, Dr. Damage, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Prime Minister Simon Eba.
Greetings.
Yeah, I just have a few questions to ask.
Because, one question. Why few? One question, please.
Okay, just one question.
Yeah, just find the best.
Okay, Mr. Simon Eba, the Prime Minister, is actually doing a good job. Attention is coming to the East. And definitely with the level of things and the way things are going, we're going to see resistance come to the East. What will happen if it gets to the level where our people are being attacked outside the East? And what will happen if this attack is being brought to the East to attack the people? How are you forming our defense for the people at home?
The defense is a security issue that I will not explain here, but we are ready to defend our people. And let me tell you that the war is actually happening already. You can see that the killing of our people outside Biafraland did not start today. It was what led to the war in the 60s. And after election last year, our people were killed in Lagos, another part of Nigeria. So it is not a new thing to us. The only thing I will advise our people outside Nigeria, outside the Biafraland, is to know how to defend themselves when the time comes. But you see, Biafraland, I will seal it. Anybody that crosses there will never leave when the time comes. I'm telling you the fact. Biafra will be protected. We will seal Biafraland, and let me just keep it here. But yes, we are already in that war with them, and we will defend our land to the last drop of our blood.
No. No, Tobias, we can't get it 2 questions. Let's go to Emma. Emma, welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Rudolph, for 10 years. Anambra State. I live in California. I have been seeing things happening in Biafraland, like Fulani terrorists, how they invade the farms, and all the atrocities they are doing. So, based on let's say 5 Eastern governors, I believe that the reason why most of them, like people like Soludo, people are not paying too much attention to him, is because they are failing the people. They are not delivering according to their promises. So now, I feel like what will make our people not to be divided, but to come together and support you so much will be if you find a means to provide some level of great values in times of, and I believe it's super easy. For instance, if the diaspora, they contribute, let's say, $10, $500, $1,000, we raise such a money, build a technological school in terms of, I know that no kind of well. So, but there are other things besides Elwell in terms of technologies, because I want to use Israel as an example. Israel today, because they are highly technological, highly scientific, and they build their own people in terms of education, in terms of technology, with the back of US. They are a small nation in Middle East, but they are dismantling every challenge on their path, including Iran and everything. So I am looking at the war of, let's say now, I know that the war of attribution, just as you said, is good, is great, because the Fulani terrorists, they want to Islamize Nigeria, that one's for sure, and they are doing all kinds of atrocities. So now, if there is a way, since our people are suffering, if there is a way for diaspora contribute money, like, maybe in terms of agriculture, scientifically raise a kind of a support.
All right, Emma, can you round up, please?
Okay. So my question, in rounding up, that's my own suggestion. If there's a way to help people back home in terms of economically, and also.
No. Also, thank you, Emma.
All right. Thank you very much. This your idea is very, very good and very nice and sounds so lovely when you are hearing it. But unfortunately, it is not possible under Nigeria. And that's why we have to do everything to get our freedom, liberate ourselves. And then this kind of idea you are talking now is why we are fighting what we are fighting, because it can never happen under Nigeria. Nigeria can never give you the atmosphere, the opportunity to create this kind of ideas and life that will help you to develop innovatively and to compete among nations. It is not possible. And why is not possible? It is not possible because Nigeria have only one agenda for this whole 100 years of Nigeria. The only agenda they have is to Islamize Nigeria. And then they will begin to do whatever they want to do. So the issue of this particular, and if you, in case you don't know, Nigeria have a center to eradicate this thing you are saying now. And they call it a center for eradication of innovation and embraces tonight. I don't know whether you are aware of that. Are you aware that they have a center to eradicate innovation? Google it now. Google Center to Eradicate Innovation in Nigeria. You're going to see them. They have it in Yoruba land. So you see that the ideology, the idea is not really, it is not compatible. Now you are bringing idea of developing, building something, some kind of technical center or scientist center or innovative center. While Nigeria Constitution under Islamic law, they have a center to eradicate it. So you see, it is not working, and this is what we are shouting about. So many people don't actually know this, but those of us who know, that's why we stand on our ground. That thing that is going to happen tomorrow, let it happen today. But our people must be liberated this time around. And we have the template to get Biafra out of Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ma. Let's go to Samuel Nande here next.
Dr. Damages, I believe that history will remember you. And thank you for hosting. interactive conversation among brethren. Thank you very much, sir. And I want to say a very big thank you to Mazi, Simon Eba. Thank you for all that you do. I will be very direct to the point. I have just one question, like Dr. Damages has limited everyone to. In Igbo land, they say Igbo Hezi. That's one thing they say. They say Igbo Adi Honotu. But I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the sense that he was able to bring some kind of unity among Igbos. And he was able to promote the fact that that's a lie in the Igbo Hezi. And that leads me to my question. This is my question, Mazi. I got to know you through Nnamdi Kanu, or I should say you came to notoriety through Nnamdi Kanu. And the thing I noticed about Nnamdi Kanu is that he has great respect for Ojukwu, for example, and from some people. But while you were speaking, while you were delivering your speech, you made a comment that you might not be inclined to listen to Nnamdi Kanu because he is incarcerated, which is true, which I believe on that comment. But you made the second comment, which is what I wanted to clarify, that if Nnamdi Kanu is free, he has to come to Finland before you can sit down and listen to him. That sounded, with all due respect, a little bit out of place because if you had said that you guys will meet at a central place, United States, somewhere, just somewhere central, that would have sounded a little bit like someone who almost did the ahead of him. But to say that Nogademi is taking a Finland, there are many Igbo people that will not go well to their hearing. How do you clarify that? I want you to clarify that. That's my question.
All right, thank you very much. You will never understand. And it is not everything I will explain here for you. And I'm not here to entice everybody with my speeches. Take those what are good that I have made and remove those that you feel are not good. Take the good part of me and throw away the bad part of me. But the reason I made that comment, those who are in the spirit will understand me. And I'm not making it for people to love me, but that is a fact. We are fighting a demonic state, a state that is ready to destroy anything and anyone in order to maintain the status quo. So I know what I'm saying, and I know why I said this question, and I cannot explain it here for you to be happy with me. But if there are other things I'm doing that you're happy with, I believe that should be well with you. But one thing you should also know is that what you don't know is bigger than you.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Uchechukwu Nwa Jesus.
Good evening, Dr. Damages. Good evening, my Prime Minister. I salute you. Oh God, I salute you. I'm saying that I am in the Homeland. Somebody asked, what about that? How many people? How do you know people that voted? The people, I participated in the organizing people to vote. The people that voted, they have name, they have their home, they have their villages, and everything. And a lot of people are willing today. People are rushing to be voted. So any person that is asking that question is making a mistake. And if you stay in London, you will only know about London. You don't know what we that are here are passing through. So my question now is, my Prime Minister, it was since 2021 we got to know each other. Even if you check your mail, you will still see my mails to you. And we have been following this together while I was in Lagos and all the other places. My question is now, we are going to declare on the 2nd, we that are on the ground, where and how are we going to lift our flags so that people will know that something has happened here? so that those people who are there thinking that nothing is happening here, will know that we are actually on the ground. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much for that, and it is good. I was actually expecting that everybody that is going to come here will be damaging the group, you know. So I'm surprised to see people that are part of what we're doing. Honestly, I was not expecting anybody to come here, you know, to support or confirm what I'm saying, but I was just expecting that this is a platform for one Nigerianist. It's a platform for people who have a different ideology and ideas from what we're doing. So, but it's good to see some of you here, and I would like that we can have this particular discussion again after today. So Rudolph, take note of that, you know, because it is very imperative that as we approach all these people that have issues with me or with Biafra, they should come, and they don't need to believe me, but at least they will hear my part of the story instead of hearing from the third party and all this hearsay and all that. So yes, the Biafra government in the homeland, which is called the de facto government, will be communicated. The entire leadership of the government, of the state government, will be communicated on what to do and how to do that. So those who are part of the government will be informed and communicated on what to do and when and how. So those instructions will come from the internal memo. Thank you.
Bless you.
All right, thank you so much.
Rudolph, you mute yourself.
Thank you, Ichechuku. Let's hear from Prince Sike.
Mr. Rudolph, I thank you for hosting our Prime Minister. Our Prime Minister, I want to say I appreciate you for standing before the world to clarify some things that one Nigerians have been trying to make people not to understand. I just came online because of one thing. One of the things that made me to come online was when somebody was asking you who voted you. So I came in here to let everybody know that we the Biafrans voted you as the Prime Minister. So you are our Prime Minister, and that is the job you are doing. So once again, I want to appreciate you, but I will also end it with a question for the whole world to hear. There is one thing you always say when you started. You always told us that you know when Biafra will come. And this seems always a kind of, I believe a lot of people don't understand. But right now,
the most painful thing about this madness of yours is just the lives that
if he's here to ask question, he can ask questions.
The lives that
address me as madness of yours, please.
You're a crazy man. The only thing